So a couple weekends ago, I was lucky enough to go to Street League and meet a ton of pros, including Manny Santiago. Basically, I went up to them and just asked them for their tips on doing tricks that they're really good at. And in Manny Santiago's case, he's probably one of the only skaters that can like flip into grinds, like heel flip into grinds. Like you don't see a lot of people doing like heel flip back 50-50 or heel flip front Smith or varial heel back feeble. Like these are super rare tricks. So if there's somebody that you're gonna base your heel flip technique off of, I feel like Manny Santiago is a really solid choice. How are you, Manny? So I have heel flips, but they're like they come and they go, and you have heel flips like every time.
They're
so
here to stay.
Yeah, so what would be like your main thing for getting consistent at heel flips? But before we get into Manny Santiago's secret to heel flips, let's get a quick warm up. Alright, so here's what Manny Santiago had to say about his secret to heel flips. And sorry if I sound dumb, I'm kind of new to this like talking to pro stuff, but let's roll the clip. How are you, Manny? So I have heel flips, but they're like they come and they go, and you have heel flips like every time.
They're
so
here to stay.
Yeah, so what would be like your main thing for getting consistent at heel flips? Because it's like sometimes they're like I catch them, sometimes they're low. Like
with any trick, repetition is the key to success, right? So as soon as you roll around, you warm up, and you do your ollie nollie, just do a heel flip.
Yeah.
And do that every single day.
Yeah.
And in 23 days, if you do it every single day,
it's a habit.
After 23 days, you create a new habit.
Yeah.
So it should help you after that.
Okay. Nothing about like how to flick, like. So you could tell at first I was looking for something a little bit more specific than basically just keep practicing. But ultimately that night after talking to Manny Santiago, I went and I skated and I did exactly what Manny said. When I got to the skate park, I did an ollie, I did a nollie, and then went straight into doing a heel flip. And I've repeated this every single time that I've skated since talking to Manny, and that was like over a week ago. And I can tell that already just by prioritizing doing heel flips first, my heel flips are starting to come back and get a lot more consistent. But I wanted some more specifics from Manny, so I went ahead and asked him about how to flick heel flips, and here's what he had to say. Because a lot of times what will happen is I'll like basically like
Now you flick straight.
Yeah.
Flick straight. Flick straight and just find your flick.
Because I know like flick straight, but still it's like I have this habit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's probably just creating a new habit, like you said.
That's me over there. Okay.
But yeah.
Find your flick. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, G.
That.
So when I first learned heel flips, this tip is actually what just made it click for me. Was with kick flips, you kind of like flick inside and off the corner, but with heel flips, you literally just move your foot straight forward. Like it's a lot more simple than people think. For the longest time, what I would think is I would just try and get my pinky toe in the corner pocket of the nose. And as long as I did that, got my pinky toe in that corner pocket, I really wouldn't have any problems with my heel flips coming around. But recently my heel flips have started slipping, and this is where Manny Santiago's first tip comes in. Because I'm doing heel flips every single time I warm up, like right out of the gate, I've been doing a lot more heel flips than I normally would, and this made me realize why I'm actually starting to lose my heel flips. Basically, you hear Manny say, find your flick, and for me, I figured out the thing that I was doing that was making me lose my heel flips is I was flicking my heel flips too soon. So basically, to use like a baseball analogy, you want the ball to be in the strike zone so you can actually hit the ball. If it's too far away or too close, you won't be able to hit it. It needs to be in that sweet spot. And so with heel flips, that's kind of what you need to think about with the nose. You can flick straight forward all day, and although that's correct, if the nose doesn't get to the right place first, it's not gonna go ahead and just flip over effortlessly. And so from following Manny Santiago's advice, I realized that I needed to pop the trick, let the nose get into that sweet spot, and then flick straight forward. And so that was kind of my process of finding my flick. Really, it's a lot more common sense, like really similar to like an ollie or a kick flip. But sometimes you just get in a rut with some tricks and you start to overthink it and kind of overlook the simple things. So with this tip in mind, getting the nose into that sweet spot, getting it into your strike zone before flicking straight forward, I set out to heel flip everything in the park that I could. I'm gonna roll the clips of me trying to perfect my heel flip skating all over the park right here. One last thing that I noticed watching my heel flips back is you can see my head is getting way too far over the toe edge of the board, and that's another reason why I'm struggling to get the flick in the right place, is because I'm basically falling forward every time I heel flip. So that's one adjustment that I'm gonna work on each time that I skate, do my ollie, do my nollie, and then get straight into trying heel flips and try to make heel flips a habit and make them 100% consistent like Manny said. So thank you Manny and everybody that talked to me at Street League. I've got a lot of these videos planned, you know, talking to Ashad Ware or Deshaun Jordan, Vincent Milou, Mariah Duran, just so many people that took the time to talk to me about tricks that they're good at. So if you like these kind of videos, I'd highly recommend subscribing because I'm going to be dropping a ton more in the coming days. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. You can follow me on Instagram at The Local Joe. Remember to make every single day a Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.